Hi there, and welcome to Celeb Hut. You all, Kanye West got sold for the most ridiculously upsetting charges, and it isn't solid for him by any means currently. Recall the point when Katt Williams said that 2024 is the year that we will be seeing a great deal of obscure tricks uncovered. Well, it seems as though Kanye is going to seek the Diddy treatment on the grounds that a previous Yeezy representative documented a claim against him for supposedly irritating her while she worked for himself and acting in a fitting way towards her now, while this is exceptionally stunning for his set. Kim is by all accounts getting a charge out of it excessively much, since she has been attempting to let us know that Kanye isn't the very extraordinary person that he assumes he is. Well, Kanye's informer is taking steps to release this video and embarrass Kanye and you all. This is going to be one hopeless train wreck. However, is any other person getting a smidgen of history repeating itself? I surmise these little tapes run up in the conjugal family now. You all. Kim Kardashian, Kanye West are at chances once more. Yet it's not shocking on the grounds that they have been at chances since Kim separated in 2021. Yet don't kick me even off on how they continually call each other out via web-based entertainment. It's generally to do with their nurturing abilities, however. For instance, Kanye maintains that his children, particularly North, should avoid virtual entertainment. He called Kim out, saying that since this is my most memorable separation, I want to understand what I ought to do about my little girl being placed on TikTok, despite my desire to the contrary. Anyway, Kim went on Safeguard and said Khan's constants on me in interviews and via virtual entertainment are more terrible than any TikTok North could make as the parent who is the fundamental supplier and guardian for our youngsters. I'm giving a valiant effort to safeguard our little girl while likewise permitting her to communicate her imagination in the medium that she wishes with grown-up management, since it gives her joy. She proceeded with separate is troublesome enough on our youngsters and Kanye's fixation on attempting to control what is going on so adversely and openly is just bringing on additional torment for all from the start I have needed. Only a solid and steady co-nurturing relationship since it is best for our youngsters, and it disheartens me that Kanye keeps on making it incomprehensible constantly. Yet it just so happens their nurturing abilities aren't the main burden on their relationship in light of the fact that Kanye's union with his new spouse past tangible is likewise supposedly a very sensitive area for Kim. I mean, Kanye got hitched to Bianca around 5 minutes after he was simply requesting that Kim return to him. I mean, the separation from Kim was scarcely settled, and I surmise Kim wasn't with him continuing on that quickly. Furthermore, the Kardashians have been against the marriage all along, and a source said the family isn't accepting this as a marriage, yet they don't have the foggiest idea what it is. They don't know whether it's a PR stunt, they're holding back to check whether he fills for papers. They are anxious since, in such a case that it's genuine, she would be in the kids' lives. However, it deteriorated for Kim on the grounds that insiders uncovered that North truly loves Bianca from the appearance of things. The inclination is shared. They have been spotted clasping hands in the city, and the source uncovers that neither believes that Bianca is really cool. This has Kim additional jam, and insiders guarantee that Kim thinks Bianca is getting excessively near her little girl, and she is certainly envious of the new lady in West's life. It's, as of now, a horrible co-nurturing with Kanye. This is simply one more wrench, no doubt about it. Kim and Kanye scarcely coexist with one another, and now that Kanye is in this difficult situation, Kim is partaking in all of it, supposedly presently in some setting. Kanye, as of late, got sued by a previous worker who guaranteed that he acted improperly towards her, giving Kanye West standing for uncovering other celebs and uncovering the business's haziest mysteries. He was the last individual we expected to engage in something like this. He was quick to caution us about Diddy Ring, saying that Diddy was heavily influenced by some extremely strong Hollywood figures, and adding that Diddy was an extremely terrible man for certain exceptionally obscure insider facts. They have no control over me. You get what I'm talking about. They have some control over Shake. They had some control over Charles Barkley. They had some control over LeBron James. They had some control over Jay-Z and beyond. I understand you, man, but they have no control over me, and this reality will be heard. I can't send any of you all. Mild plants, eye puffies, that little booze, none of these names, none of these individuals that need to pay attention to you all since they're managing. They have lawful, I never was right. I'm the that never no one right, except for that implies I can express what I might be thinking and not go to prison now. Kanye West has forever been the person that we thought had his head on straight, in spite of his propensity for spilling tea about Hollywood elites and their command over dark celebs. Sure, he harassed Pete Davidson to the point where Pete required treatment, and he frequently pummeled Kim, calling her a terrible mother. Yet, at the same time, we never suspected he'd be blamed for something as serious as that. Kanye had at first recruited her to chip away at his Yeezy design line during its most memorable season. She likewise professed to have worked with him on a couple of tunes from his collection, but she's not credited on any track, so it's unimaginable truly to confirm which melody she could have teamed up on. Lauren likewise claimed that Kanye West recruited her as his own associate contribution, earning her an incredible $1 million in yearly compensation. Kim apparently paid her partner, Stephanie Shepard, just $65,000 every year, and when Stephanie requested a raise, Kim purportedly terminated her. No doubt Lauren's story sounded pretty dubious, as indicated by reports. Kim appeared to be more than content with Stephanie until she requested a raise. Kim had been paying Stephanie $65,000 a year. She'd been working for Kim for 3 years, with no raise, and realized the time had come to ask. Steve requested a $20,000 raise, and Kim blew up, despite the fact that she was worth in excess of $200 million at the time as per reports. Superstar collaborators make between $80,000 to $150,000 a year as their base compensation, so Kanye West paying Lauren an incredible $1 million was certainly more than liberal, and it makes me keep thinking about whether there was an ulterior rationale included right from the outset. VIP partners could appear to be carrying on with a fantasy with an extravagant way of life, yet it's all smoking mirrors since they don't make as much as per reports. Lauren was basically supporting herself by means of a fan profile in 2021 when she met West. She says he employed her to deal with the principal time of his Yeezy Ladies style line, and they wound up teaming up on 3 tracks from his Day collection. Fr3ak0ff has no formal credits on the record anyway. West, in this way, recruited Fr3ak0ff as his own right hand and paid her a yearly compensation of $1 million, relying on the prerequisite that she be accessible. She says she consented to the terms, yet Lauren Fr3ak0ff asserted that while she worked for Kanye West, she kept on running her main fans account as an afterthought, and Kanye didn't appear to mind. Everything was fine until 2022, when Kanye unexpectedly shifted his perspective and requested that she take on an exceptional way of life. He requested that she shut down her main fans account in return for another $1 million, and she concurred anyway. This is when things began to get downright ugly. The circumstance was exceptionally problematic all along, yet when Lauren acknowledged the demand, she wound up in an undeniably alarming circumstance. As per the reports, after she shut the record, she guaranteed she was besieged with unequivocal instant messages from West, including grown-up recordings. Fr3ak0ff likewise guarantees he jerked off while conversing with her on the telephone, and that on one event, he pleasured himself before her in the wake of catching her in a private room on his plane. Yet this most recent debate isn't whenever we first caught wind of Kanye West's sporadic and unseemly conduct. Simply last year, a few representatives from his Yeezy design line told Drifter that Kanye played promotion dope films during staff gatherings and even showed a close photo of his then spouse, Kim Kardashian, during new employee screenings, certainly crossing every one of the lines. Well, G has been open about his battles with pornos and how they nearly annihilated his life. He conceded to having extreme dependence, so it's not excessively hard to accept the allegations against him yet. Given his set of experiences, it's not shocking that these new cases have surfaced. But rather, in any case, Lauren likewise asserted that he would send her obscene instant messages and portray things he needed to do to her. She guaranteed that he would agree that stuff like, "See, my concern is I be needing to F." However, at that point, after I F, I maintain that a young lady should let me know how hard they've been F'd while I'm effing them, then I believe she should undermine me. He would clearly proceed to portray his personal dreams with revolting language. Some other time she asserted that he messaged her adage, "Is my D bigoted? It is this effing bigoted D of mine. I will beat this bigoted D for being effing bigoted. I will gaze at pictures of white ladies with dark behinds and beat the ish out my bigoted D," giving a thumping to his large dark sea goodness. Kanye West likewise guaranteed that Kanye was fixated on the size of her sweetheart's bundle. If you catch my drift, really, it isn't so as business as usual. Given Kanye's previous conduct, we as a whole recall how focused he was on Pete Davidson's size. When Pete was dating Kim, as indicated by Charlemagne, the person Kane purportedly let him know my significant other is effing a white kid with a 10 in DU, won't assist me IU with realizing Peter is my companion, right? So he's continuing endlessly. Then he at last he goes, "My better half is around here. Real white kid with a 10 in P and you won't help me, my spouse is over here. A white kid with a tennis penis, and you are letting me know that is your companion. Subscribe Fr3ak0ff for more videos.